morning, everybody. Came on only 10 minutes late today, so I'm doing better. And I think I got the same shirt on as I had on probably a few days ago, but I'll get it changed out. Well, I get showered up this morning, I'll get changed, and then I'll make some breakfast. Another gorgeous day. Morning, Mike. Good morning, Julianne. It's just so nice. You know, it's chilly. Like we got crispiness on top of all the roofs. And good morning, Scott. It's not showing me who's out here. I see your face now, but it's not showing me who's up there. So if I don't say good morning, guys, it's probably a little slow getting on there. But we yesterday just another great day. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Dan. It's just so blessed. So I had Chelsea reach out to me, and Andrew, her boyfriend, they had an idea for a rally. And that rally they had was, I turned the heater off there. We the rally that they wanted to do was down in Niagara Square. So we had a meeting. Oh my God, we'll get to that. Well, we may as well talk about it now. Why not? Stefan is doing great. Like, I absolutely love the work that he is doing. He is a fighter. And again, I've had my differences with Stefan in the past. Decisions that he's made, things that he has done, things that he has signed. We've all had our differences with everybody, right? Good morning, Jen. But right now, Stefan has taken it upon himself to be a pioneer, to be a revolutionary, to be a warrior, to be a freedom fighter, to be a patriot, to just do what's right, to be a human being, to be American, like so many of us are making those decisions to do. And who knows, who cares what the inspiration is, or what initiated him to take on this course of action and this path. But he decided to do it. Whatever it was, I'm so thankful for everything he is doing. And that interview on Tucker Carlson, it was just so great. Everything that he's talking about, and he messaged me, and he goes, man, 3 minutes goes by fast. And I go, I know, it goes by super fast. And you're trying to keep your thoughts all compartmentalized. And, he does that for a living, and he's so good at it. He's definitely very good at getting the message across in the right way, in the appropriate way. And he just does it in this compelling and convincing way that you just want to be a part of it. And you're just like, but he's just got this charm and this charisma about him. And it's nice. I love seeing him, increasing his profile, increasing his footprint in the area, and working so hard. And even if the things are just symbolic, who cares? Like, who cares if they're just symbolic? The whole thing is that people see it, and they're like, man, there is somebody we can trust in government. We know he's made his mistakes. We know that we don't agree with him on everything, but he's making these decisions and he's doing these things, and it's just awesome. And I support everything he is doing 100% because he has the podium, he has an arena, he has that pulpit, that voice box there to get that message out. And he's doing it. And he is reaching thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Last night, millions of people. You imagine how many other government officials were watching Tucker Carlson. And we were in our meeting last night, and one of the guys, their mother texted him, he goes, Stefan Mihailou's on, and she's in Nashville. And she goes, Stefan Mihailou is on Tucker Carlson right now. And he's like, I know. So you imagine, just like that video a few weeks ago now. It's hard to believe that was that many weeks ago now. But you imagine what that impacted and how that impacted people and inspired them to act and do things. Sean, what's up, brother? Great to see you, man. David, what's up? And, but just imagine, Dorothy, what's up, hon? And how many, Pat Galvin, yep, I agree. But there's people that don't like Pat either. Look at, there's always going to be people that like people and they don't like people. That's just the way it is. So, I'm vibrating here. I better turn that off. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. Get the vibrator off on the one. Oh man, I could go so many places with that. I'm gonna stop right there. Stop. I'm not going any further. But I just imagine how many other politicians or people saw Stefan, and what is that going to do to motivate them to be that catalyst? I'm going to leave it there. I'm leaving it there. I'm not going any further. So we end up, I know some people, again, Pat, I agree. Some people are the rhinos and they're not, and we get that. Some people like some people and other people don't like some people, myself included. There's a whole lot of people that don't like me, and there's a whole lot of people that do. So that's always going to be the way that it is, and you can't make everybody happy. You just try to do the best things that you can do all the time. You try to be respectful to people, and when certain things do come up, where there's a few different ways you're going to act, but you make a decision to act in a certain way for very specific reasons. It's going to upset and alienate people. And you hope that the reason and the purpose for handling the situation the way that you handle the situation isn't going to alienate you from anybody, but sometimes it does. And that's unfortunate. And, when those things happen, and this is broad scale, again, this is for everybody that's working and fighting in all these groups right now and doing everything. When you're having a little bit of differences with somebody in the group, you got to remember big picture. You got to remember mission, objective, goal, all right? And there's certain things, and just so you guys know, and I think a lot of you guys get it, my reactions to things, whether I'm animated here or whether I'm outspoken and loud or you see me agitated or angry, all of that is measured and calculated. There's a reason and purpose and intent for whatever it is I'm saying, how it is I'm saying, how I'm interacting with somebody. And you guys know that for the most part, I interact with everybody except for Antifa and Pulling Cars and Bernstein and Cuomo. All right, the list is pretty long. But anyways, we're not going there. But for the most part, everybody within our group, almost to a person, ask yourselves how I interact with you. So right now, there is a movement that is occurring, that has occurred in the past, and was ongoing, all right? And it's been ongoing with certain people within the groups that they're trying to work against everything that's happening. And they're trying to undermine and devalue everything that's happening. All I'll ask you guys, and this goes across the board, you always got to ask yourself why somebody would talk about somebody else without that person present. And what type of reflection is that on that person that would talk about anybody, without that person present? I think enough of you have had conversations with me and you've heard, and people have asked me, well, what did this person say? What did this person say? What do you think about this person? What do you think about that person? And in every case, what's my response going to be? I'm not going to talk about that person. I have my feelings, I have my opinions about it, but I'm not going to do anything to devalue or undermine what we've got going on. We've got a huge momentum going, and it's a reflection on me. Most everybody I'm praising, and I have a high opinion of in every way. You guys see that day to day to day to day. And that's how I feel about people, truly. It's not contrived. It's not made up. It's not manufactured. It is genuine and sincere. It is what I feel here, like I'm saying, it's those feelings that you just have of this attachment and this bond. This is powerful bond. Good morning, Joe. What's up, brother? We know you are, brother. Good morning, Bill. And we just, you just feel that. And, when somebody is going to talk about you or anybody else that you know, you just have to sit back and say, okay, what's going on? You don't hate that person. I don't hate anybody that does it. I don't. I don't have any hate in my heart for anybody. And you guys have seen that time and time again, where something has happened within one of the groups for one reason or another. And after it happens, we end up being stronger because we're adults and we're mature and we don't take it personally and we understand that there's going to be conflicts. And like John and I had a beautiful conversation last night while he was laying in bed with Amanda. So I don't know what that says. Does that count as a threesome? I'm not sure. We're not going there either. Man, it must be Tantalizing Tuesday or something's going on today. It's Hump Day Eve or something. My brain is in all kinds of weird places today. But John, I'm not thinking about you that way. I promise. I promise I'm not thinking about you that way. So, but we had a beautiful conversation last night, and John said, he goes, everybody is going to say something or do something, and absolutely, Joe. And, everybody's going to do Jeremy, what's up? Oh, Jeremy, I can't wait to talk to you today. Jeremy is killing it. Joe, everybody's killing it. Scott, all these ideas that are coming out, I'll get through them. I'm like, what's coming first? But I needed to cover this. So you're going to have those people in your life, they're going to do that. And John was like, he's like, I don't get it. He's like, why do we all have to be perfect and buttoned up and blah, blah, blah. And I'll never forget one of the first times in my life that people accepted me unconditionally, that they weren't judging me and they weren't, passing judgment and nitpicking and, being trite and just being petty. And they're like, man, you've done so much for us. And, we was on my football team, the football team that I always played on. And they're like, we love you, man. Everybody makes a mistake and we don't care. We're like, we're moving on. And they supported you. They were like, yeah, they were dicks. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, that is so cool. I'm like, look, you guys all they all had my back. And that's what this feels like. It feels like that no matter what. And we know we're not going to intentionally do something negative. We all falter. We all have flaws. We're all going to fail. I tell you guys that every day. We all fail every day. I failed probably 67 times this morning already. I mean, let's keep the count going. And that number is going to be astronomical by the end of the day. But like John said last night, and he so beautifully and eloquently put it, just be an adult about it, Have a conversation with that person, because at the end of the day, Dwayne, what's up? At the end of the day, Joe, what's up, beautiful? And it's in all likelihood, it's just a misunderstanding. Something's taken out of context. So never forget that, guys. Just have a conversation with somebody. Don't cling on to that negativity. We're putting that nonsense behind us. And there's always going to be people that aren't where we're at or where we're getting to, Each and every one of us. Everybody is, with every smile that you guys have for me, every hug that we have, just every I got you. Every person standing next to one another, the gates of hell and all the fury, not really. I mean, it's like, Antifa, but, we're going up against all of this stuff. And we're there standing united and together. Every single, and then people coming over, Jeremy coming over to the house, Scott picking up the phone and talking to me this morning, John and I talking last night, Heather and I, Maria and I, everybody talking this morning, and Charlie and I, and it's just this family. And are there going to be things and missteps that we have? Absolutely. There's always going to be that. But remember this. Remember that how it's so funny, right? Because everybody does and says things that are off color. And if I were going to attach something or that somebody might not agree with, right? And we're always trying to be mindful and respectful of that. Absolutely, Joe. And it's so funny how, somebody will be in your life, right? And it's always this person. It's always this person that does it, right? The person that is always talking behind somebody's back, right? The somebody that is typically has some negative things to say, somebody that has said things that are hurtful to you or to other. Chad, dude, hike. We're going on a hike. I think we should all go on one big group hike. All dressed up as Santa and the Grinch. And Charlie's coming. He's coming in his gorilla suit. Let's do that someplace. Oh, man, that'll be fun. That'll make the news for sure. So we all have those people in our lives that they're not completely fulfilled, right? They're not completely happy. And you know that. And you know that they've said things to hurt you that are hurtful. Courtney, what's up? Or, they've said things to hurt Kim, what's up? And they've said things to hurt you or somebody else that you care about or love. And they may not even realize or know that they've done those things. Maybe they do. But it's typically those people that, you forgive. You're just like, yeah, it's okay. It's no big deal. It happens, whether it was intentional or unintentional, conscious or not, it's not worth getting upset about. And we're just going to let it go. Bygones be bygones. Let it go away. Truly let it go away. You don't hang on to it. And it's typically those individuals in our lives that end up being the ones that want to hang on to that one thing that you end up doing or saying, right? And you just got to ask yourself why that person would do that. Why it is that there would be that double standard or that hypocrisy, Why is it that they wouldn't see all the things that they have done, or maybe one thing that they have done, but they would focus in on something that you've done? And I think that's noteworthy. The conversation that John had with me last night, you just let it go. Just like you do with family. That's what this is, If you've got, your brother, it whacks you in the face or whatever. Yeah, you're upset. You're going to end up getting it back in that day. But guess what? The next day, you're out there playing football together and you're doing everything else. It's like, yep, we did what we did. And if you end up, if there's, people in the group that are not able to overcome that stuff, it's sad. It's unfortunate. It really is. But we can't focus in on that. We can reach out to those people again and again and again. And that's, and make sure we're inclusive, letting them know, hey, maybe that hardened heart or, that lifetime of experiences that they have, maybe we're able to shed some happiness in there. And maybe just that little bit at a time, that little piece of the puzzle at a time, we're able to say, okay, their heart opens up a little bit more. I always remember, Bill. And, a lot of the times what happens with these type of people is they're trying to collect as many people together as they can. And you guys have seen this time and time and time again, where somebody will start to try to build a case against you. They'll go to this person and they'll go to that person and they'll go to this person and that person, and that person, and that person. And before you know it, you've got like 12 people or 15 people calling you up going, what's going on? Wait, this isn't the interaction that I've had with you, and this isn't the experience that I've had with you. So, what's going on? And I learned a long time ago not to subscribe to that. And a lesson for me was my family. There was a certain incident that happened with my family, and they all kind of cast me off and cast me aside. And I'm not going to defend myself in those situations. Let my actions, let my words, let the person that I am, this is with everything. You guys hear me say this time and time again. Who somebody is, who Stefan is for everybody else is irrelevant to me. And you guys have heard me say this time and time again. Who any one of us are to so many other people, is irrelevant. It's who I am, who Stefan is to me, who Scott is to me, who John is to me, who Charlie is to me, who Bill is to me, What interactions have I had with that person? Because that's what I care about. That's what matters to me. You know, people have told me time and time again, you shouldn't be involved with this person because this person, well, you know what? I appreciate that and I respect you. Our relationship is what it is, but you know what? My relationship that I have with this person is different. You know, and I don't have that experience. And you know, I'll keep what you're saying in mind, but my relationship is what it is over here. So many times with these individuals that are out there that are doing these things, they want to collect people and they want to group, and then what they're trying to do is they're trying to devalue and undermine you. And I've seen that time and time again in my life. And I don't work to defend that. And I'm not going to address those specific concerns because no matter how many people, nailed it, right there, Kristen, had that conversation with somebody. You know, in that incident with my family, there was somebody, and I'm not even going to say who it was, that was able to convince them of a whole bunch of different things in my life. And it wasn't true. None of it was true. But either people know and respect me and they know who I am, or they know who we are and they respect you, and they're able to come to you and have that conversation with you, or they just go, you know what, I get it, but people have personality conflicts and clashes, so, you know, I understand you're trying to, you know, get everybody to buy onto what it is, buy into whatever it is that you are for whatever reason you're upset, but I'm choosing not to do that, or you buy into it. And I'm not going to be upset with anybody if they do, and I wasn't upset with my family that they did. That's their right to do that. And then one of the greatest moments in my life was, and it wasn't because it was a vindicating moment or, you know, yeah, I told you so, anything like that. And this is years and years and years ago. This individual came up to me, that means a lot to me, and they said, we made a mistake. We're so sorry. You know, we regret what we did. And we regret how we handled it. This is the reason why it happened the way that it did, and that it went the way it did. And then somebody else, they had respect enough, like Kristen said, Rick, oh my God, what's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Happy Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving. Great to see you, brother. But we all have our pasts, and those pasts have brought us to where we are and who we are now. And who we are now is all that we should be judged on and upon. And I'm going to touch on something else on this. So it felt great when those individuals came to me and said, and you know, they weren't sure I was going to forgive them. And I was like, why wouldn't I? I'm going to instantly forgive you. And there was never any forgiveness. Thank you, Rick. There was never any forgiveness for me to give. I wasn't upset. You know, you guys made a decision based on the information you had. And well, why didn't you defend myself? Because you weren't going to believe me. You're going to look guilty if you go out there and you're trying to justify this, that, and everything else. You know, either you want to have a conversation about, you know, in general stuff, and you see who I am, and I don't have to feel like I've got to justify or defend a laundry list of things. You know, you feel like you can just accept me, or you've got to move on. And that's it. So there's somebody in our groups right now, an amazing individual in our groups, who has ascended to a position of leadership very quickly. And I'm just so proud. Just like I'm proud of everybody. All the people that, you know, all the people, Heather, Marie, Eric, you know, Scott, John, you know, Mike, Desi, all the people, you know, Kim, and all the different people that are in all these different areas and arenas that are just elevating themselves to positions of just leadership. And they're not even realizing that they are, but they're inspiring people. And this individual very quickly ascended to a position of leadership, and they embraced it, completely and utterly embraced it. And they shined and they ran with it. And it's beautiful to see how this person who has been told over and over and over again who they are by government agencies, general public sentiment, friends, family. Put down, put down, put down, put down. Cheryl, what's up, sweetheart? Hello, Kathy, what's up? So, Merry Christmas, guys. I hope you got, we got so much going on. We got Christmas carols, we're going to go through towns and lights, we got a Bill's tailgate party. There's so much to talk about. Anyway, so I'm back on focus here, good focus. So, what I try to do is I try to show people that just because you've been this way your whole life doesn't mean that's who you are. You're not defined by how other people define you or how you've defined yourself. You are who you want to be in this moment, every moment of every day, making decisions that are going to impact your life in a positive way, but also somebody else's life. And it's going to touch them in a way and resonate to them, through you to them. By being an example, exemplifying it, personifying, embodying it. You guys hear me say those words all the time. And who you've been for all those other days. You look at Joe. Look at Joe. He's a classic example. Joe is a perfect and prime example. Joe was just, the first time we spoke, Joe was so sad. So sad. Now Joe is a leader. Joe believes in himself. Joe is dancing. Joe is at parties. Joe is doing all of these things. He is doing absolutely, Rick, learning and growing every single day. Every day. And we're going to make mistakes, and that doesn't mean we got to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect. Like I said, I think I'm up to 95 failures right now. In the past 5 minutes, there's another 28 failures. So we're all going to fail every day. Just learn from it. Don't absorb those failures. Just be like, you know what? Yeah, I learned, I'm going to try and I'm going to fail again. But I'm going to move on and I'm going to move forward. And Joe now is this person that has redirected his personality and who he is to just radiate this positivity and these leadership qualities. And he believes in himself now. So much so that he's dancing and he's got his moves, he's got his signature moves, he's doing his thing and everybody's like, Joe, yes. But everybody's fearless. And the reason you're fearless, good morning, Dale. The reason everybody is fearless is because you're accepted. Nobody's going to judge you. Why do we put ourselves in our shells? Why aren't we allowed to shine? And you know what? I haven't done that in a minute. So you just say the words. You know which one that is. For Rick and Shauna, if you haven't seen it, sparkle. We better be sparkling soon together, Rick. I gotta see you, man. I hope that family's doing well. Cynthia, what's up? But yeah, and we're in our shells because we've been told time and time and time again. Like, think about it. When we were in high school and you're that person in high school and you get through your 20s and you're in your 30s and you still feel like you're that person. But you'll see other people that they broke out of that shell and they're like, they defy that definition and how other people define them. And they become something more. Christina, what's up, sweetheart? They become something more. Something better, stronger, better, more brilliant, more powerful. Something more to even more individuals and how they do that. And every single one of us is capable of doing that every single day. It starts with putting a smile on your face, saying, hey, how you doing? Not like, you don't have to be that way. Just, what's up, smile. If you know somebody, hug. Just not being melancholy and sad. In judging anybody. That's it. So your whole life, you're defining yourself in your mind, I can't do this, I can't do this. The boxes are built, the boxes are created, the chains are binding you. And you're like, man, we don't even think, well, I could do this or I could do that because we're in that shell, right? We talked about this. Go to work, come home, blah, 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 the routine, the mundane. And, there's been those specific moments in your life where you have tried to do something, but maybe somebody says something off color, right? Maybe Maybe they say, Paul, what's up? What's up, brother? They say something off color to you, and that's in your mind. So you go to a wedding, for example, and when somebody said something, you don't dance. I dance horrible, but you know what? I'm going to dance. I'm going to have private. That's why I have private house dance parties, so I can break out all my best moves. I'm like, man, nobody saw that one. And I was like, man, that was a good one. I got to remember that for when I'm on the dance floor. And I never remember it. I go to the same, whatever Trump does, whatever his move is. But maybe somebody says something to you, and that buries itself. It roots itself. And it may be like with your job or with your house or with your family or with your loved one. And it just sticks there, and it prevents you and prohibits you from moving forward and being happy and doing something. I gotta tell you what, who cares? Who cares? And like Joe, who cares? And like so many others, Jackie and Mark and Mike and Michelle, and we go through the list of everybody that are in these groups, that just don't care. They are fearless because they know they are accepted. They know that they have people that have their back. And that a lifetime of being in a shell, they don't have to be that anymore. Because they know they're not being judged. They know they're going to make mistakes, and people are going to be like, dust you off. Let me dust you off here. Let me help you pick this up. You all right? Let's go. So it's just all good stuff. In seeing everybody's personalities blossom and, people becoming so much stronger and, and free. I think free is the word, and capable in understanding and realizing what their potentials are, because they understand that they don't have to be reserved. Is calcitrant the right word? I don't know. I think that wasn't. I don't have that kind of toilet paper. I try to come up with a new word every day because you'll hear me say the same words all the time, but reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Sorry, I digress. So you get somebody who started singing that one. Somebody put that on your YouTube. And it's just, just like my football team that supported me. And time and time again, that football team, Friday, what's up, brother? Great to see you. The football team that over and over and time again supported me, was there for me fighting, jumping over tables, running down, hobbling with a broken knee, and just being there for you unconditionally. And you have, people in your life that, apologize and then say, I'm sorry and I accept you, and you never even had to explain yourself. That's what this is. That's what we're creating and building in each one of our networks, and in each one of our groups, and each one of the teams and families that we're building. And that is the beautiful thing about that. There are always going to be people that aren't there yet, or aren't ready for it, or may never be ready for it. And that's okay. Still accept them, still embrace them, and, even if they go out there and they're trying to get everybody else to trash you, and maybe some people agree with them, with what you're saying, for whatever reasons they agree with you, don't let that affect you. Don't let that bitterness permeate in there, that negativity. Don't do it. Rise above, elevate, like Joe said. You go above it. You go to your higher place. Because what that's going to do is, rather than confining you and restricting you and holding you back and holding you down from going through your day being happy, you're going to be like, going out doing this, and you're doing everything else. And absolutely, Kim, man, she nailed it. You lift each other up every single time you can. Joe nailed it. He nailed it. Never live in your shadow or anybody else's shadow. Ever. Define yourself. We're getting there, brother. We are getting there. Oh, let's go. And it's because of thoughts and mentality like that. That right there. That it's going to happen. Like, it's going to happen. And even if it doesn't, even if there are some people that are going to be on the outside looking in. That's okay. We always accept them. What do I always tell everybody at the rallies? They give us a finger. And at the meeting last night, Ben was there, and Ben kept going. He goes, yeah, he goes, the neighbors kept giving you guys the finger, and he goes, people were yelling profanity at you and obscenities at you, and all you guys kept saying was, Happy Thanksgiving, and we love you, and God bless America. He's like, these people had just such hatred and animus and vitriol, and he goes, but everybody's going, love you, Happy Thanksgiving, God bless America. And it's not because we're doing it to be passive aggressive. We're doing it because, the option is we're going to kick your ass. Like, we really, there's this big part of us, myself included, make no mistake about it. Like, there's this huge part inside of me that's like, just give me like the purge. Like, just give me like 5 minutes of the purge, And that part goes through me, and I'm like, "Grr." And I know it goes through all of us. Lisa, what's up, sweetheart? I got to talk to Dave yesterday. Absolutely love it. Let him know that it is 10 a.m. and we are at the Boulevard Mall, and it's going to be over by the Firestone behind the building. Just spoke with Scott today, so confirmed that, and I spoke to them yesterday. So it's going to work out perfect because we get to go from there to our other location. It's going to be awesome. Johnny was like last night, he's like, oh, are you ready for what's about to come? And I'm like, well, what? What's up? I'm like, what's going on? He's like, this weekend. It's this and this and this. Like, oh my God, yeah, I am now. I'm like, this is amazing. You got me all jacked up and jazzed up, and I'm loving it. So, yeah, I love this family. I love everybody in this family. That's growing and growing and growing. But, where was I? I got off on a tangent. And it was a good play. Oh, but yeah. So we know we want to have that 5 minutes of just freedom to kick ass and lay waste. But we're like, love you. Merry Christmas. Merry freaking Christmas. And that's okay. And he was so impressed, and everybody is, all law enforcement, everybody in the neighborhoods. Those are the examples that we're building. Even the people that are like, what do you think that they're doing? When we just say, we love you, God bless America, we support you, we support your right to your opinions, your right to free speech, we support you. We embrace that, we encourage that. God bless America, God bless you. Do you know the effect? It's like, what? What do you got? What are those words you're saying to me? It just doesn't seem right. You should be saying something else, right? But everybody that I talk to is so impressed by how we handle ourselves so respectfully with everybody. Like I said, make no mistake about it, we are all there where we be like, and it's like gay tops, even gay, what I mean? She would be down there laying waste and laying boots, and there's that big part of her, and Mary too, and Mary, I would go into battle with Mary any day of the week, and Scotty, so that's great, just a great group of people, but, we're just maintaining that calm and doing those things. And, even though there's going to be other people that are going to be out on the outside, just always accept them. Right here on this page, people we have, people that are watching, that will be watching, there have been differences and questions and doubts. But guess what? We overcame them. We surmounted them. We said, that's not what's important. What's important is how we feel when we're together, how we smile when we're together. How do you just have that, that sense of I don't even know what the word is. It's just like, man, this person makes me feel good seeing them, And it's just very special. And again, is it something that we have to be that elevated at? No, it's not. It's not that yin and that yang nonsense or, the other shoe's going to drop. You guys hear me say that all the time. When you just stay there in that place, yeah, are there going to be sad times for sure, but you're more equipped to deal with those times in a better way, in a more wholesome way, in a way that is going to have a way better effect on you rather than sitting there and dwelling and picking up the phone. Because what does that do? Okay? Somebody says something negative about you, they're carrying a negative opinion about you, you know that they're out there talking about you, and you know that they're saying different things and they're trying to mobilize a faction or force against you. You know that that's happening. You know, and just like when people say to me, you know, Pete, this person's trashing you on this page, you know, or they put these videos up and they put these memes up and they're saying all these nasty things to you and they're playing it to a Dennis Leary song, A-Hole. I'm like, man, I love that song. I never thought I was going to have a meme about me or even much less a video that had Dennis Leary, one of my favorite songs, on there. Oh, that's awesome. So, and I'm like, I said, I don't even know who these people are. And they're putting this stuff out about me. That's great. You know, let everybody think I'm everywhere. And, but what happens? You've always got decisions, right? So if you feed into it and you buy into it, because you want to, right? You really want to address everything, and you're like, or you want to pick up the phone, you want to talk to somebody, or you want to beat somebody, you know. But you're like, why? Why am I going to do that? Because every moment you're spending in that place that somebody else has created, you know, and what they're going to try to say is that you created it, but don't buy into that. Don't feed into that. Don't allow yourself to doubt yourself at all, because you're being a good person every day. You're being a good person to everybody else each and every day, the interactions that you have. And that's what's important, because are other people that aren't happy in life completely, are they going to have an opinion about that? They are. You know, and is it rooted in jealousy or spite or whatever it's rooted in? You know, whatever's going on in their life, it doesn't mean that it's a reflection of you. It just means that that's their opinion. And that's it. And you can stop and take a look like I usually do, and I go, well, let me think about this. Let me think about if what this person is saying has any value or merit. You know, even if this person is saying that there's all kinds of people that agree with it. Let me just step back and take a look. I don't feel that way. Or on several occasions, I go, you know what? I could adapt and modify this a little bit. Countless people come up to me and say, Pete, what do you think about if you did this or if you handled it this way? And I go, I totally agree. I think that's awesome, and I'm going to try to. And if I make a mistake and I step out of that realm, you know, within that new line of thinking, you just let me know, you know, and anything else that you see that I can improve, let me know. And I do that, and then I'm able to move forward. But if we stick with it and we say, damn it, you know, I'm going to call this person, I'm going to address it with them, and then you're on that phone with the person for an hour. Make it stop. Please make it stop. Make it stop. Well, we have the choice to make it stop by not even entering into it, not feeding it. And you go, you know, well, I want to respond to this text, and you don't. Just say, you know what, thank you. I appreciate the feedback. You know, I respect your opinion and your choice. I'm always going to support you and everything that you do. And, you know, hopefully, you know, everybody is able to kind of modify the way they're thinking. But if we spend all our time, have a great day, Scott. Tell you know who I said hi. So, if we spend all our time worrying about what other people were thinking about us and what other people are saying about us and what they're trying to do to undermine us and detract from what we've got going on, you're going to be exhausted. You really are. And I made that decision back in April, May, rather than negatively engaging people, Facebook all day long, you know, as my one buddy would say, he said, oh, somebody get into business, because he turned the phone over, start typing right away. But all of that time, that was wasted in that. And we don't have to feed into that. We don't have to buy into it. We don't have to subscribe to what somebody else's opinion of us are. You know, whatever it's been in our entire lives, you know, even if we're making mistakes today, even if it's ourselves that are, convincing ourselves that we have to buy into these different things. So, Just very, very important to rise above that stuff. Stay in that positive place. Stay in that happy place. Because if you live under that threat and intimidation of fear and shaming all the time, I mean, what a miserable place to live in. And if you're the kind of person that is doing that to somebody else, well, then take a look at yourself and be like, maybe how many times have I done this in my life? How many times have I, that I'm not even aware of, that I've done this and I've committed this to other people. If you are that person, you're that type of person, just kind of take a look and examine yourself and say, maybe I can, modify the way that I am and do some things differently. So getting back to what I was talking about earlier, there's one individual in our group that is being threatened. And they're being threatened to be exposed, just like me. When they spoke about me, oh, he killed his first wife. I was talking about it last night. I'm like, hey, you only found out about the one wife I killed? That's only one life sentence. So I was trying to put that positive spin on everything, right? But, everybody trying to say all these different things about you. And, and I had this conversation with this person yesterday. I go, everything that you were doesn't matter. Don't live in fear, and you know that. Because what you were made you who you are. And it has brought you to the place that you are at right now. And you're going to, like I said, you're going to have those misgivings. You're going to have those failures. And you don't want to have them. You're not consciously or intentionally having those. You're always working to be the best person that you can. So if somebody, if somebody is going to try to expose you and expose your past, they're going to get crushed, because somebody's going to take a look at them and go, what are you doing? This person's trying to do some good, some very good things, and you're trying to bring up something that this person battled. Shame on you. Shame on the person that would want to do that to somebody. We all have our pasts. We all have our histories. If you think that you're innocent and perfect, the embodiment of perfection, you're not. And just by virtue of you thinking you are means you're not, because we're all imperfect. And I told this person, I go, you want to know something? I go, let them say what they're going to say. Let them do what they're going to do. Andrea, what's up? Give Jewel a big hug for me. Pinch your cheeks. And have him pinch your cheeks too. So I said, let that person say what they're going to say. Let them try to bring you down. Let them try to prevent you from doing what it is that you want to do. Because you want to know something? You are going to have hundreds of people standing behind you, supporting you, having your back, saying, we don't care. We love this guy unconditionally. Oh, by the way, you want to know what my past is? I'll tell you. You want to know? I'll tell you. This person's going to tell you what their past is next. You're going to condemn us all? We've all got a past. And I said, even if it does, it's nice. Even if they do that, it's never going to stick, because the group isn't going to allow it to stick. They're just not. And they're going to be there standing up with and for you. And that's the beautiful thing about what's going on with these groups, and the level of acceptance, the level of no judgment is just beautiful and brilliant. Didn't expect to talk about all that long, but I did. Go Bills! Sorry, I shouldn't even say that. We hate football, but go Bills! 9-3. Monday night win. How fun was that? I did watch. Ed invited me over. I got done with the meeting last night, and I'm going to talk about the meetings that I had yesterday, and then the meetings are going on tonight. But Ed messaged me, strongman Ed, who's got all this stuff in his garage, and he's like, got over it. His buddy Jeff was there, and they were making pulled pork sandwiches, and man, it was zesty, zestfully clean. It was zesty. It had a little spice, a little kick to it. Andrew, you guys owe me more chili. I'm coming out there, and I'll bring whatever you want me to bring. I'll come out there. It's awesome. And going over to Ed's place and watching the game and just seeing the win was great. Yesterday, Jeremy, so I had a bunch of different meetings yesterday, just every single one of them just very encouraging and just how much we're moving forward. And Jeremy came over yesterday and he's like, dude, things are going so great. This is awesome. Like we're really killing it. And he's getting all this information for Small Business Coalition. And then Mike and Michelle called. I mean, just so many different people spoke to yesterday. But, Jeremy is really going to be an instrumental part of what's going on. Oh, okay. All right, I can do that. There we go. You guys probably haven't ever shown you guys, right? So that's my neighborhood. We got good Christmas lights over here. I see the hawks and the squirrels and the rats. I feed the rats. Neighbors hate me for feeding the rats, but they need some loving too, right? They got to get through those plastic bins. It's not easy. It's not easy to get through those plastic bins. Wait, was it? Was it really, Joe? That's awesome. Thank you, other Joe. Thank you, Dan. Good morning, Dan. So that's what's out there. We had this meeting, Jeremy and I, and he is so into it. And there's so many great things happening. And then, what do you call it? Then afterwards, I had all these other meetings. And then I was supposed to take a 15-minute power nap, but I took an hour power nap. And you wake up and you're like, drool all over your face. You're like, what day is it? And then you look at the phone and you're like, 2:30, oh my God. Which day? How long was I asleep? And you're trying to clear the cobwebs and you're going, oh man, it was a late hour. You're good, you're okay. So, and then I had a meeting yesterday and they had my kryptonite. They were like, we got pizza. I was like, I'm there. I don't care. What are you talking about? How long is it? Where is it? Which sewer system is it in? What are we talking about? Oh, Encyclopedia Britannica. We're going through the whole thing. You got pizza? I'm there. I go. I'm there. Doesn't matter what it is. You guys get me there. Pete, I love you too, Kathy. Pete, we got pizza. Oh man, I'm there. I'm so there, Or I can't. Oh man, I would really love to be there, but I got this one. We got hot cocoa too. I'm there. I'm like, I'll be time. I'm in. Count me in. So we had this meeting, and it's another group of people that have been fighting and sitting at home and wondering what to do and wondering who's standing up. Jessica, sweetheart, hey, let's talk today when you have a chance, all right? Definitely. I got to message some really good and encouraging things to you. So let's make sure we talk once this is all done. And, another group of people sitting at home wondering, Maria, what's up, sweetheart? What's happening? Miserable, just not knowing, wondering, where is everybody? Why isn't everybody standing up? And this is what I'm talking about. It's just like all you need to do is look to the side to see that people are there. And now we've got a whole nother group that is going to be building their group and their teams. And what they wanted to do was a protest. So all the experience that I have with the protests, they invited me over and they wanted me there and they wanted my opinion. And they wanted to do it in Niagara Square and all the same things that we were there. And I go, guys, use me as a resource. Use me, as, the experience that I have with these things so that you guys don't have to spin your wheels. And they were like, we want to do it down in Niagara Square. We want to do it on a Saturday. We want to do it for this reason. They're calling it Red Zone Rally. And they said, can you get your network of people to come out and do it and put the word out? And I said, I got to be honest with you. This is what's happened. Even when Carl was involved and even when Russ was involved in Constitutional Coalition and every one of us, I go, people don't come because they don't see the value in it. They don't know what you're trying to achieve. They don't know what the objective is. So, and I go, people honestly are just, we've got Save Our Seniors, and everybody loves doing the things. The Small Business Coalition and Save Our Seniors and, Keep Kids Safe and Rolling Patriots and Marching Patriots, and then the in-between stuff that we enjoy doing, Disrupting Neighborhoods. And go, everybody is just kind of, throughout the week, everybody embraces it and loves doing it, but they need a reason and a purpose. to come out. And they will. I go, believe me, they will. But I go, with this idea, no matter what, I go, the small business owners not gonna get, the bands, even the elderly, no matter what it is, you're just not gonna be able to get people out. And I explain to them how the best ways are to get people out. And they gave them all that information, and they appreciated it so much. And then Gene, the dentist, and the 06 in the Navy, he goes, why don't we just do a tailgate party? Now, somebody else in our group said that, Joe. He goes, let's do a tailgate party. And I'm like, bingo! That right there is the idea that everybody can get behind. That is it. And we started developing it. We started talking about it. We started coming up with all these different ideas. This whole other group of people that they're going to now be a part of what we're going on, what we've got going on. And these are patriots and freedom fighters and warriors that live. Have a great day, Maria. It was awesome seeing you, sweetheart. Can't wait to see you this week. We'll get together and hang out. Oh, Breathe Free event tonight, Maria. If you can't come, 6 o'clock, message me, all right? And then Small Business Coalition tonight, too, if you want. Raphael's is catering it. So, morning, Ralph. What's up, brother? So, we've got all that going on. And tonight, if you guys want to be a part of that, message me. I'm going to do my best to get back to everybody. I got a lot of messages to get back to everybody, but Jill and I are going to be working together. She's going to start helping me get some of this stuff organized. I go, that is the money idea. Absolutely. Because that is going to be apolitical, and that's going to get everybody to come out. Now, I don't know if Niagara Square is going to end up being the right spot. We're going to discuss that. We're going to get together tomorrow. But they are receptive to everything. And they are going to be a part of everything we're doing. And we're going to be a part of everything that they've got going on. And I put it out everywhere. This is how you do it. Start building your teams. You're like, we're in the city of Buffalo. All our neighbors are liberals. And I said, well, this is what you do. Go on Facebook. I don't have a Facebook page. Build a Facebook page. Go here, go here, go here. Start friending people. Start talking to them, people who are like-minded, and build your team that way. I go, because the only way you're going to get people to come out to this event is you have to invite people. We're going to invite business owners, and we're going to have a special moment with the business owners. And those business owners that are going to be there, they're going to have signs of their business, their employees, their family directly around them with a sign that's going to say how much money they've lost, how long they've been closed, how many employees that haven't been working, how much money they've lost there, and how much longer they have till they're going to be shut down, that they're never going to open up again. And imagine that visual of each one of those business owners that come out, and you see that broad swath of everybody holding their business signs, their employees around them, their family around them, their business sign, and it's saying, again, another sign, how much they've lost. That visual is going to be so impactful. And what we're going to do is it's going to be a part of Reopen the Ralph. And they've got a great idea to reopen the Ralph and what we're going to do. So this is going to be a precursor to that. And we're shooting for the 19th. I know there's a lot going on that day already, but I'm going to try to get Marching Patriots and Rolling Patriots to come to that. I already spoke with Rolling Patriots. I'll talk to Mike and Desi as well, try to get them to come out to it. But then this is where our team building that we have done. Once we reach out to all of our teams, let them reach out to all of their teams and invite everybody. Bill's Mafia is going to be invited. We're going to invite all the food trucks, and then they're going to, of course, invite all through their email lists, and we're going to all our Facebook pages. So we want to make that event absolutely huge. And Robbie De Niro, it'll be perfect timing, because if he wins his case, if Paul Cambria is able to win that case, it's going to be perfect timing. And Carl and Russ and I were talking about when we were going to do, they were talking about doing like a decision rally for Robbie. And I'm like, that's awesome. I think that's a great idea. But I think this is even better than that. Like, I really do. And, to get everybody together, there's the Bills game. It's at 4:15. We meet at noon, whichever location we end up deciding that's going to be the best location, and we'll get all those details out to you. So I'm excited about that. Pulling cars in Bernstein this week. That is happening. We're going to do that. Bonnie, thank you. She sent me this video of these Patriots in some other city. I can't remember what it is. You guys have probably seen it. We're not going to take it. And they're just singing and just ready. And it's just going on and on and on. And they're telling the woman, what a terrorist and a Nazi she is, which is true. And that smug woman with her eyes, just makes you sick to your stomach. But that's it. It's that Department of Health that we need to defang. We have to defang them, and we've talked about that. Tonight is Breathe Free and Small Business Coalition. I got to thank Marie and Heather so much for putting that together and just bringing it together just in a beautiful way. So anybody that wants to go to Small Business Coalition meeting tonight, or if you want to come to a Breathe Free dinner is going to be at 6. Small Business Coalition immediately after. Raphael's is catering. Ralph, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you, brother. Everybody's looking forward to it. So we've got that going on. We got Bernstein and Pulling Cars, which I'll pick a day this week. This Saturday, Rolling Patriots at 10. Boulevard Mall, right by the Firestone. We're going to gather there, and we think that this one's going to be a really, really big one. What's up, Bonnie? Good morning, sweetheart. And then we've got Marching Patriots right after that, Aquatic Center, and that one's going to be a big one, guys. You are not going to want to miss that. Don't miss the Rolling Patriots. Please come on out for that one. There's going to be food. Anna and Josh are going to bring the food out, and Jackie and Mark are going to bring the hot cocoa and their coffee and donuts, and everybody else is going to bring something. It's going to be awesome for Rolling Patriots, and everybody bring something, please. We all welcome that. And then we're going to have. Then afterwards at the Aquatic Center is going to be the Marching Patriots. Melissa, what's up? It was so huge. I know, Melissa. It was amazing. And you were hanging out it was just great. It was just so awesome. So it was, Lisa hanging out and everybody doing what they were doing. So Marching Patriots, we've got a great opportunity. And then Save Our Seniors, guys. That Serenade event is this weekend. It's happening, okay? It's absolutely 100% happening. I don't want to get into details. I've been asked not to give specific details, but it is 100% happening this Sunday. Let's make this thing huge. 2:00, it's the elderly care facility on Main Street in East Aurora, and we'll be on the sidewalk singing with hopefully 100 or more of us. Let's make that, good morning, Mark. Let's make that group huge. Make your plans to be at every event. We're Christmas time. This is family. We're supposed to be spending time together. And then somebody's going to be like, come over to my house afterwards. And we're going to be like, we'll go to this restaurant afterwards, whichever local establishment there is that we could get, curbside delivery, and then they'll do the takeout for us. Or if they even have an outdoor patio, we'll be there and we'll do that. And we'll be there to support those restaurants. But that's what's going on this weekend. And the following weekend, a lot of stuff going on. Again, we're going to have a silent auction on Friday. It's a combination event again with Small Business Coalition. And I love it. Oh, I love it, Melissa. Yes, I can't wait. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's just so many ideas and so many great things. So then we've got a Breathe Free event, and Marie Rock is going to be a part of that as well. On Friday, we're going to have a silent auction to benefit one of our members who's a family of 6, and they're losing their place that they're living. And KIA and Kristen has been amazing and instrumental in everything with that. We appreciate them so much. Mary, what's up, sweetheart? Great to see you, hon. And then, oh my God, Saturday, we're going to have Saturday, that 19th, I believe that's going to be, is it going to be the 19th? The following week, yes. So that is going to be where we're going to do the Bills tailgate party, and I've already spoken to Rolling Patriots. I'll speak to Marching Patriots and everybody else to try to come out and support that event. And we're going to do that, but there's something else going on Saturday. I can't remember, but that's a long way off. And then it'll also be to hopefully celebrate Robbie's victory and Paul Cambria's victory with everything that's going on there. It's going to be huge. Oh, the 19th, we also have, and it's probably going to work out even better. I'm going to talk to Mike and Michelle, where they put together a gift certificate. They're helping immensely with Small Business Coalition and getting information out to everybody. I can't thank them enough. But they had this amazing gift certificate idea that they wanted to bring businesses together, and they want to do it on the 19th. So all of this married and partnered together, it's just, you guys see how I get so excited. And then on Sunday, we're going to have, oh God, Sunday is going to be awesome. So in a couple of weeks from now, not this Sunday, we're going to do Save Our Seniors. Frank has wanted to do a candle vigil. So we're going to do that. We're going to pick an elderly care facility. We're going to then, and I think we're going to start at Walden Galleria. Or no, we're going to, at Cabela's. We're going to like that area there. We're going to all set up and park over there. And then we're going to roll down to, or we're going to sing at a place, an elderly care facility first. Then we're all going to meet there. And then we're going to drive to another elderly care facility through the neighborhoods. And then we'll do our candlelight vigil with the Rolling Patriots. And then we'll finish up some location to be named where we can all come together as family, you know, and having all kinds of stuff to eat and drink. And that we'll do a circle of the Rolling Patriots, you know, somewhere. Just a beautiful circle with the music playing and us in the center just singing. And a big part of that as we're driving is we want it to be for the kids so that the kids can see the different neighborhoods with all the lights, all the Christmas lights. So, you know, our own little, what do you call that? The Christmas Light Village, you know, Erie County Fair, whatever, staying in our cars, but driving through the neighborhoods and everybody's seeing us. So lots of great things going on. And then I believe Constitutional Coalition has I think it's very, very preliminary, but they're planning an event as well. So whatever that ends up being, you know, of course, we'll all share that with everyone so that you guys know and are aware of it. Good stuff, guys. I'm going to go eat. Enjoy your day. I love you very much. Like I said, if you want to be, yeah, you do. Get cooking, Ralphie boy. It's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. I can't wait to see you guys. Bring Anthony. I want to see Anthony tonight. So, bring your beautiful wife as well, of course. You got to bring her. But we have a wonderful day. If you guys need anything, like I said, Breathe Free is 6 p.m. tonight. It is out in the South Towns. If you are interested in going, please message me and I'll get you that information. I know I have some people who have already messaged me that I need to get to, so I apologize for the delay. I promise you I'll get that information to you as soon as I can. And then the Small Business Association meeting, or coalition meeting, is immediately afterwards in the South Towns. Have a wonderful day, guys. If you need anything, let me know. If anything, I'm going to try to come on as I'm going to Small Business Coalition tonight, so probably like 5, or I may come on after. So, you know, look for me then. Catch up with you later, guys. Love you very much. Bye-bye.